how much did it mean to you to be able to sign with the Dolphins and play football where you live outside the season?
Yeah, it meant a lot, man. I've had a lot of respect for this program for the past, few years. Coach McDaniel, a lot of the players. I live 30 minutes from the facility, 25 minutes from the stadium. I'm super thankful. There's a lot of gratitude in this situation, being able to come in and just with open mind and open heart to help, teach, to learn, to play, and to continue to play at a high level that in which I know I can. So again, I'm extremely thankful to be in this position, and I'm ready to get to work.
Appreciate it, man. Good to see you.
See you too.
Adam?
Jordan, Adam Beasley, Pro Football Network. Welcome to the Dolphins. Certainly, welcome back to South Florida. What was the Bills-Dolphins rivalry like for you on the side that you were on before? And how strange is it going to be going forward now that you're going to beat them twice a year?
Rivalry is a rivalry. You can call a couple teams up there from when I'm played in Buffalo, a couple teams of rivalry, Miami being one of the bigger ones. It's just it's another game, and that's exactly what it'll be this year, playing them up there and then playing them down here. That's not something that, I'm gonna look and put a star on the game. I just love playing the game of football. I love being out here in the warm weather, seeing the palm trees, and just it's just a lot. The energy's alive, which it makes me feel happy about. Again, I'm extremely thankful and to be in this position and to have this opportunity, and I'm going to take it and run with it, and do and be the best version of myself I can be, which I know can still play at a high level and still can impact a lot of games. So again, I'm just extremely excited to be here.
A quick follow-up, if I may. I imagine the word isn't happy, but were you prepared for what the decision the Bills made were? I mean, how did you think they handled the end of your time there?
I was prepared. I'm always prepared. I've been in this league long enough to understand, moves got to be made. I've seen guys come and go, guys get cut unexpectedly. So I was prepared, and I'm in a good place in my life where I have the understanding that it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. You just keep moving on, you keep putting the next foot forward, and I'm here right now with another great opportunity.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Chris?
Hey, Jordan, Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Welcome.
How you doing, Chris? Thank you.
Good. Hey, I got two questions for you. Number one, this defense most likely is going to have a lot of new faces as starters on opening day. What are the complications or, I guess, challenges of a lot of new faces in the starting lineup, a new system, and a new defensive coordinator?
Every year presents its own challenges in its own ways. Obviously, being some new faces, a new D coordinator. It's just coming in with the right mindset of having to be willing to open enough to learn with open mind, open hearts, and learn the system to the best of our ability, and then us being able to connect on and off the field. That's just with each other, just being able to build that trust. I think that's a huge component in this game, is building trust. With the guys that you're playing with, with the system, with the calls, and so when you're able to build that, everything else really takes care of itself. There's a lot of great football players on this defense, and so you put it all together with that communication, with that trust, that built, that's essentially built, in the off season and the training camp, and all throughout the season, through the ups and downs. It's all part of it, but you having that strong foundation and that strong trust, you can make anything shake. So excited to get to work with the guys, excited to learn about the guys, like I said, as a player and as a person, and go to work.
And my follow-up question, or a different question on a different topic, it's been my thought that Buffalo out-physicaled the Dolphins on many occasions in the past. I want to know if you agree with that, and then beyond that, how does physicality and aggressiveness help in football, and how do you use it to win games?
That's a deep question right there. Obviously you want to be the most physical team every time you step out on the football field, right? Whether that's the way you get after the quarterback, whether that's the way you finish plays, both offensively and defensively. So, you go into the game with the mindset of being the more physical team, and and in doing so, you tire the other team out. Then maybe they don't want to catch the ball over the middle. Maybe they think twice about throwing a certain ball. It's really almost the game within the game, right? Which team is going to be more physical, and sometimes ultimately it doesn't matter if a team is more talented than the other team. If one team's getting really manhandled across the line, and the line is getting either pushed back or pushed forward. It's hard to beat, and so you like to obviously come in with the mindset that we're going to be the most physical team on the field. I'm going to be the most physical player out there on the field, and that usually the rest usually take care of itself.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mark?
Hey, welcome to Miami. Mark Starr with the Miami Times.
Thank you, bro. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Appreciate it. Quick question. You were a 7th round draft pick. Would you say you played with a chip on your shoulder to help elevate your game as a All-Pro and a Pro Bowler?
Absolutely. I mean, 7th round, 218th, coming out of Oregon State as an all-consensus All-American, getting cut by Philadelphia, going to Cleveland, playing there for 3.5 years, having a pretty bad injury, then, them not wanting to bring me back, and, playing in Buffalo for 7 years, getting cut with a year left on my contract. And, this is just another one of those opportunities, like I said, another one of those great opportunities for me to go out there and prove, to myself really that, and to everybody else around me, that I can still play at a high level. I can still help win games. I have a lot of experience in this game, a lot of have experience within this division, of a lot of people that I've seen over the years, have played over the years. And I want to bring all that knowledge here to help ultimately help the Dolphins win football games. And so, like I said, I'm here with open mind, open heart, open arms to learn, to grow, to evolve as a person, as a player, and just bring the best version of myself that I can, again, to help this team win football games.
Joe?
Hey, Jordan, it's Joe Schott from the Palm Beach Post. It's nice to meet you.
Well, Joe, thank you, Joe. Nice to meet you as well.
How would you feel about taking batting practice at the Miami Marlins ballpark?
I would love that. That'd be absolutely, I mean, couldn't do that in Buffalo. I would love to. I would love to.
What was the last time you hit the ball, baseball?
The baseball has been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I tried to hit a baseball. It's probably been about 2 or 3 years. But the golf swing is pretty nice right now. I'm not gonna lie, the golf swing is pretty nice.
Javon Holland, how do you feel your skill set can complement his skill set in terms of what you know about his strengths?
I mean, he's just an extremely athletic player, extremely gifted player that I've been following and watched kind of grow over the last few years. It's an Oregon Duck, and you got another Oregon State guy here. So that'll be pretty cool to just connect with him and learn about him. And again, like I want to help, as much as I can, especially, players, you call me 32, I guess you call me old or whatever, but at the same time, I have a lot of knowledge about this game that I feel like I can bring and help, players see the game maybe in a different light, a different perspective. And, help them essentially just get one step closer to the ball, one step closer to the, to making that play, or to even one step closer, helping me in situations. That connection is important. So where we got to work with each other. It's not just me out there. It's not just Jalen, Fuller, or Holland. We're out there as a group. And we play good team football. That sky's the limit for us. And so that's something that what OTAs is for. Essentially, training camp. It's building those relationships, building those connections. Learning about each other, and continue to just grow. Ultimately, that's what we're here to do.
Thanks.
Cam?
Jordan, what's good, man? Cam Wolf, NFL Network. Good to see you. First, I'm curious about that golf game. You feeling pretty good about it?
All right, bro. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm going to New Mexico. I'm going to Mexico this weekend. Play at the NFLPA golf event on Wednesday or on Thursday to Saturday. So I'm really excited about go out there and swing the club with some boys.
Okay. I guess on the football side of things, Joe just asked you about Javon. Obviously, you spent a lot of time with Micah in Buffalo. You guys are best friends. What did you maybe learn about playing with him and the communication there that you can maybe take here to Miami starting over?
Right, just how important it is, right? How important it is to understand the whole defense, really the scheme within the scheme, and understanding, each player's skill set, and understanding, there's things he's going to be able to do better than me, and there's going to be things that I'm going to be able to do better than him, and being able to intertwine those and grow and evolve and then just continuing to learn and continuing to communicate. Communication is just, Mike and I, we were great pals in the locker room, but we're even better pals like off the field. It's just like that connection that you have. It goes a long way when it's a fourth quarter, and you need a call from a guy, and you just look over and you see him in a position, and he's giving you just a hand signal, and you already bam, like, all right, we good. And so that trust is built throughout. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's something, like I said, it's why I'm here. I'm here to just help the team grow, and do what I can to get over that, that hump of whatever that is. That past is a past. We're here right now, and with a great football team, another great opportunity this season to play football games and win football games.
Appreciate you, Jordan.
Thanks, Cam.
We've got Kendall Fuller waiting, so we're going to get to the three last hands, and that'll be it. It'll be Marcel, then Hal, then Daniel. Go ahead, Marcel.
Hey, Jordan, you mentioned the energy in Miami. You mentioned Mike McDaniel. I'm curious, what was that first interaction with him like when you're not on the opposite sideline, when you're finally going to be on the same team as him?
Oh man, it was just that, right? So I texted him the day I found out I was signing with Miami. I think it was like a Friday morning, maybe, or Thursday morning. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I was in Costa Rica, so I just got up. It was 4:30 in the morning, so it was 6:30 out here. As soon as I hit send, I don't even think he had a chance to read my text. I sent him a long text. I don't even think he had a chance to read it. My phone started buzzing. It was him, and I picked up the phone, and we talked for a good 30 minutes, man. His energy is unmatched. Just like I said, so much respect for him. Not just as a coach, but as a player, for overcoming a lot of his stuff that he's had to deal with that I can really relate to, right? I'm just here to shed my light and to be a light, and that's exactly what he is too. You see it on the Hard Knocks, you see it, on the field when across from you, when he's just him, man. He's him. He's a great dude and a great coach, and a lot of respect for him.
Thanks, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. Hal Habib with the Palm Beach Post.
How you doing, Hal? Nice to meet you as well.
I want to sort of follow up on what Joe was asking you about. You were actually drafted by the Florida Marlins going back to 2009, I believe it was. Was there a decision that you had to make? How good a baseball player were you?
Yeah, I was really good. My signability wasn't high coming out of high school, so I ended up going to sign with Oregon State, with the intention of also playing baseball there too. So I did play baseball for a year at Oregon State. It was extremely hard to. I wasn't a very studious student athlete. I was more of just the athlete part of the student part. And so it was really extremely hard after my first year playing baseball, especially, seeing the guys during, off-season workouts, doing grinding hard, and I'm swinging a baseball bat, and it just didn't sit right with me, didn't feel right with me. So I made a decision in college that, football was going to be my path, and I was, essentially just put all my eggs in that basket. And shoot, 12 years later, I'm still playing, at a high level. I do wonder if if you kept the baseball bat in your hand, where it could have taken you. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. There's no mistakes behind it. So, it was that was the reason why I didn't sign with the Florida Marlins was, because my signability, I wanted to go to school, I wanted to play in college, I wanted to experience college, and so. It was big decisions when you're a young 18, 19-year-old athlete, turning down X amount of dollars to go, basically played a farm system. But like I said, I really want to go to school, and I figured if I was good enough to still play baseball, then I could have got re-signed or redrafted another 2 years down the road, but didn't end up happening like that.
All right, thank you.
Last one, Daniel.
Hey Jordan, it's Daniel Oyefusi from the Miami Herald. Nice to meet you and welcome.
You too, Daniel. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you mentioned in the past, you have a strong relationship with Tyreek Hill, with Tua Tagovailoa. I was just curious, maybe, those relationships, and maybe the insight that those guys have been able to kind of give you with the Dolphins. How much does that make the decision even that much easier to come knowing that you have some guys here that you already have really strong relationships off the field with?
Yeah, I mean, they made the decision a lot, a lot. I mean, easier for sure. Tua, he was at my golf event a couple years ago. Went to his birthday party, not this last year, but the year before. Tyreek, I've hopped on a couple podcasts with him and been around him quite a bit. We have the same agent, and so even Mostert training with him and Braxton down at Pete's. A lot of guys you see training, and then you obviously see on the football field, and so. It's a really good group of guys. Even some of the guys that I haven't met, some of the guys that I met here in the building today. You can tell the energy's high. You can tell the vibes are high, and I just want to continue to bring those vibes, man. Be a light and really just get excited to get to work and to meet everybody and to get this thing going.